So, first things first, Rory.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you.
So, I spoke to you before at Lowlands where I asked you about your album and you said you were 85% done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Now that the album has been released, is that
Yeah.
a weight off your shoulders?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's something I thought about a lot, so much even, that when it was finally out, it was like, now it's there, you know? And now I can go on to create something else.
But is that a nerve-wracking thing to release it into the world?
Yeah, for sure. Everything's uncertain. You know, you don't know how people are going to take it. People had only heard like one song really,
Right.
and then the album came, and it's like it was my baby. So it's
Right.
like, you know, it's something you feel protective over. But I mean, a lot of people seem to like it. So
Right, so that's good.
yeah.
But from your perspective then, because when you released Human, it kind of blew up. So from your perspective, what was it like going through that everybody all of a sudden had attention for you? And then, so what was that experience? Was it positive in a way? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it's positive in the fact that you get a lot of people coming up to you and talking to you, and it's nice to when people say, oh, they tell you their favourite songs, and they're like, we like this song because of a certain reason, and it makes me feel this way, because that's one of the things you don't know when you're making an album. You don't know how it's going to affect people, you know, and how they interpret it and stuff. So, and people have said stuff like, oh, it really helped me through this hard time in my life, or, you know, it made me feel happy, or made me feel sad, or cry, or whatever. But, you know, either way, it's a good thing.
And ultimately, I suppose that is what you want to do with your music, because I read you never intended in a way to be a pop star or.
No, I just always wanted to affect people with my music. That's all.
So, what have you found? Because obviously, Human has gone all over the world. What have you found people gravitate towards in your music?
Sorry, I didn't quite get your question.
What have you found that people gravitate towards in your music? Maybe a particular song or a certain.
Oh, right. I mean, there's a new song that we play in the set called As You Are, and this is, I think, our fourth or fifth festival, and it seems to be the one that people are latching onto.
Okay.
And even though it's not out as a single, yeah, people seem to really like it. So it's a good thing. It's nice to test out songs live, you know.
But so if we go to the origins of As You Are, what was the initial spark for you for
The
that
song, well, it was really simply about being content and happy where you are at that particular time. Because I think before that, it was about relationships and feeling really happy with one person, you know?
Sure.
Which everyone can relate to, I think.
But and especially now because because your life has changed quite dramatically in the last couple of years. Is that something you have to remind yourself of?
Yes, sometimes. Yeah.
Because what in your experience has been the biggest change, or something you had to get used to?
Never being at home. And I kind of miss my pals sometimes. Even though I have most of my pals on the road with me. I mean, all of our crew are friends, but you miss people basically, you know. People, whether it's family or close friends, I miss people, and I miss my pets and you know, stuff like that. Just normal shit, really.
Right. And well, you mentioned in the beginning that now you're open, having released the album, you're now open to create new things.
Yeah.
So, have you written already a lot of stuff?
Yeah, I've been in the studio a bit and written some new songs. I have lots and lots of songs that I haven't used from the previous album. Just they weren't for that project, but I'm going to go back and revisit stuff and just. I have a very clear vision of what I want the next project to sound like. So I want to get back in the studio a little bit more if I have time.
In what sense? Sonically, or do you know kind of thematically what you wanted to talk
No,
about?
yeah, sonically. I know what I want it to sound like.
Right.
I don't know lyrically, but I know what I want it to sound like. So.
And then I don't want to pry too much, but what kind of inspired this idea or this sound?
Well, I watched the documentary. Oh, his name's going to go out of my head now. It was about the guys that produced all the Outkast albums,
Ah, right.
and about the way they created their music. And it just, I don't know, it was just an inspiring thing to watch, and their journey through their career and stuff. So it just made me change the way I sort of might go about making the next record, I think.
Right. And finally, then, I saw a picture of you wearing a Jeremy Corbyn t-shirt, and obviously the elections in the UK are now. So now that you know that you have an audience, why do you think kind of exposing yourself that way? Why did you?
Well, it was more for me to say I wasn't trying to tell people that they should vote a certain way. It was me expressing the way that I felt.
Right.
And I think that I'm vastly underqualified to tell anyone the way they should vote. That should be up to them. But the one thing I would say is they should vote, regardless of the way they feel. Whoever they're going to vote for, they should vote, because you can't complain about stuff and not.
Right. Fair enough. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.